The average person takes 6 months to learn a skill that AI can help you acquire in a few days, and the framework for doing that takes 70 minutes to understand. I've built 7 businesses across completely different industries: a flower shop, a marketing agency, an AI startup, and every single time I had to learn something completely new from the scratch fast with no room to waste months on it. And over time I figured out the way how to do that really fast way, and that has nothing to do with being smart or disciplined. It's a system, and AI makes it about 10 times faster than anything I used before. Today I run business in Dubai where AI has replaced entire roles and workflows. My whole team uses it, and what I've seen both in my own work and watching other people is that the difference between people who learn fast with AI and people who don't isn't the tool, it's how they use it. This video is a framework, 6 steps. You can go through the whole thing in 17 minutes and you can start using it today on anything you've been trying to learn. There are 6 steps in this framework. Follow them in order, don't skip any of them. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to use AI to learn anything new in minutes or hours instead of weeks. And last step is the one most people never take. It's also the one that makes everything else compound. Stay until the end. The biggest mistake people make when learning something new is going straight for the details. They open a course, they start reading documentation, they try to absorb information before they understand the structure it belongs to. And AI lets you do something absolutely different. Before you learn anything, you can ask AI to give them up. The prompt is simple. I want to learn some topic and I'm the completely beginner. Give me the 5 core concepts I need to understand first and explain how they connected to each other. Let me show you how it looks like in practice. Say I want to start vibe coding, building my own apps without knowing any code. Instead of Googling tutorials or buying a course, open Claude and type, I want to learn vibe coding. I have no programming background. Give me the 5 core concepts I need to understand first and explain how they connected. Within seconds, I have the architecture of the whole subject, what it is, what tools exist, how they relate, what I need to understand before anything else makes sense. And this single prompt replaces what have been 2 hours of Googling. Same thing works if you want to start a YouTube channel, for example. You just type in, I want to launch a YouTube channel from the scratch. Give me 5 things I need to understand before I film a single video, and you get them up before you get lost in details. And this is actually one more tool I use at this stage. If the topic is really big and huge, like programming, design, AI, or product management, for example, I go to the website that gives me complete visual roadmap on the entire subject. Every concept in the right order with the best free sources linked directly. So this is the website, you could try it by yourself. Once you have the architecture, everything you learn after now has a place to go. Without it, information just piles up without structure and disappears. So now you have the map, but reading the map and actually knowing the territory are 2 completely different things. And here's how you close that gap fast. Don't ask AI to explain things to you. Ask AI to explain it to someone else. After you've absorbed a concept, close the source and try to explain it back. Write to AI, for example, Claude to GPT. Or you could do it out loud or writing, it doesn't matter. But then ask AI, here's my understanding of this concept. What did I get right and what did I miss? And what's the most important thing and what I still haven't grasped? This forces your brain to actually process the information instead of just receiving it. Passive consumption feels like learning, but it's not. The moment you have to produce the explanation, you find out immediately what you actually understand and what you just skimmed over. I'm using it constantly when I'm entering a new industry, learning a new tool, or preparing to work with a client in a complete new industry. By the time I'm in the room, I actually know what I'm talking about because I had to produce it, not just learn. So now you're learning actively, not passively, but there's still a ceiling, and it comes from how you ask questions. Most people use AI the way they use Google. So they type a question, they get an answer and just move on. This is the slowest possible way to learn actually. The faster way is to have a conversation. After AI gives you the answer, ask, why does it work like that? What would happen if this were different? And then, what's the exception to this rule? In addition, you can ask, what do most beginners get wrong about this? This is what Socratic technique looks like. The method you learning through questions, not just answers. Well, the best teachers don't give you the answer. They ask you questions until you can construct the answer by yourself. And AI can do this for any topic, any hour, with really infinite patience. So the more you push back, the more you're questioning, the more you ask why, the deeper the understanding you build. It's obvious that surface level AI use gives you surface level results, and going deeper gives you something that actually sticks. Now you know how to go deep, but going deep on everything is its own trap. And here's how you stay fast. Once you have a solid foundation, speed up the process with constraints. Ask AI to explain things in a specific format that forces compression. You could just ask, explain this concept in 3 sentences. Give me the 20% of the topic that covers 80% of the real-world use cases. What's the one thing I need to understand about this before everything else makes sense? Constraints force prioritization. Without them, AI will give you everything, and everything is overwhelming. When you force it to compress, it has to decide what actually matters, and this decision is often the most valuable part of the answer. When I'm entering any new territory fast, I don't have time to go deep in anything, so I ask AI to tell me the 20% I need to understand to actually use it for my specific purpose. This compression is what makes it possible to move quickly without getting stuck. Quick pause. If you want to see how I use AI in business and in real life day-to-day, I posted on my Instagram as well. You could follow me up using this QR code. Now you know what tools to use and how to compress information fast, but there's the step that almost everyone skips, and that's the one that determines whether any of this actually becomes a skill. This is where most AI-assisted learning breaks down. People learn something, it makes sense in theory, and then they stop. They don't test it. And untested knowledge decays very fast. The rule I follow: within 24 hours of learning something, I apply it to something real. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be the full application, just some version of actually using what I've just learned in a context that matters. Then I bring the result back to AI with this exact prompt. I've just tried to apply what I've learned about some topic. Here's what I did. Then you describe what you did. And here's what happened. Describe the result. What did I do wrong? What could be better? And what should I try next? This feedback loop, learn, apply, bring back to result, is what converts information into actual skill. Without it, you're just accumulating knowledge, and that never becomes capability. Before the last step, subscribe if you haven't already. This channel is about how to use AI to learn, build, and work at a level most people haven't caught up to yet. New video every week. This is the step almost nobody takes, and this is the difference between people who learn things and forget them and people who compound their knowledge over time. Every time you learn something significant using this process, save it. Not just a raw AI conversation that you have in these folders in your GPT or Claude. Your own synthesis of it. Like 3 to 5 sentences in your own words, what you learn, why it matters, and how it connects to something that you actually knew before. And over time, this becomes an asset. A personal knowledge base built in your language, connected to your experience, and organized around how you think. I keep mine in my MacBook notes. When I come back to a topic 6 months later or 2 months later, I'm not starting from zero. I'm building on something that already exists. The people who will win with AI are not the ones who use the most tools or know the most prompts. They are ones who use AI to compound their own thinking over time. Every session adds to something. Every new thing you learn connects to something you already know. That's the complete difference from just using AI to produce outputs. And that's what makes this framework different from any courses or tutorials you could find on the internet. It's not just faster, it builds the habit that you could use in any direction. The world is changing faster than any fixed skill set can keep up with. The only durable advantage is the ability to learn quickly and adapt continuously. AI gives you that advantage, but only if you could use it as a learning partner, not just an answer machine. Start with this shape, take it back, ask why, compress, and apply immediately. Build your own system. 17 minutes to start and a lifetime to compound in after. And subscribe, this is where you found out more about AI tools before everyone else. See you next week.